Amazon fires everyone who won't return to the office. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thomason, and here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and to build custom software solutions for companies. I do a lot of work as a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and a solid 25 years in software development, I've mastered the art of transforming technology teams and products. Today, we're talking about a major move from Amazon. Amazon fires everyone who won't return to the office. Yep, you heard that right. Amazon has officially thrown down the gauntlet, demanding that employees return to the office 5 days a week or face the consequences. Let's break this down and see what's really going on here. So first off, let's get straight to the core of what this means. Amazon's return to office, or RTO policy, isn't just a nudge, it's an ultimatum. Employees who don't comply with the 5-day office requirements are finding themselves on the chopping block. Some people are calling this a veiled layoff strategy, and honestly, I'm inclined to agree. This feels like Amazon is trying to trim the workforce without having the guts to do an official round of layoff. It's sneaky, and employees know it. Now, this RTO push isn't new. Amazon originally introduced a hybrid model with 3 days in the office and 2 days remote. The idea was to create more flexibility, but apparently flexibility is no longer on the table. And CEO Andy Jassy announced that it's now mandatory for employees to come in 5 days a week. The official line? Well, it's about fostering collaboration and innovation. But let's be honest, this is more about control than creativity. Because here's the kicker. Employees are not happy. They're already saying that the 3-day RTO model didn't exactly boost collaboration. Most of the time, they'd show up at the office only to hop on video meetings with coworkers, who are usually just a few floors away. Can you imagine? You're in the same building, but still communicating via video calls. It's a bureaucracy at its finest. So how's 5 days supposed to magically improve innovation? So one major gripe is that this policy is archaic. The world has changed since the pandemic, and most companies, especially in tech, are embracing remote work as the future, or at least hybrid. Forcing people back into the office full 5 days a week seems like Amazon is stuck in the past. Studies show that remote work hasn't hurt productivity. In fact, many employees report being more productive at home. So what's really driving this decision? Spoiler alert, it's probably not innovation. So speaking of innovation, Amazon claims that bringing everyone back to the office will lead to more creative ideas and collaboration. But guess what? Innovation doesn't come from forcing people into the same physical space. It comes from giving people the freedom and tools that they need to do their best work. In the last few years, we've seen countless innovations emerge from remote teams. So what's Amazon really hoping to achieve with this outdated mandate? And speaking of innovation here, the irony here is that the employees have said all communication still happens via chat and email, even in the office. So if you're still emailing the person 2 desks away or hopping on Slack to ask a quick question, what's the point of physically being there? It's like you're pretending the office is some magical place where ideas flow like water, when in reality, everyone's still glued to their screens. So let's call this what it is. This RTO push seems like a strategic layoff in disguise. Rather than cutting jobs outright and facing backlash or having to pay severances, Amazon is setting up conditions that they know some people won't accept. And when those employees don't comply, well, out the door they go. It's a sneaky way to reduce headcount without officially saying they're doing layoffs. We've seen this kind of tactic before, and it's not fooling anybody. Now, there's another side to this. Some employees are complying, but they're frustrated. They're back in the office 5 days a week, only to realize that nothing's really changed. The same tasks, the same meetings, and guess what? The same virtual communication. So what's being gained here? For many, it feels like a huge waste of time and resources. And if I've learned anything from my 25 years in the business, it's that wasting time is one thing no company can afford. So Amazon's decision also raises another question. Is this about power dynamics? Forcing employees back into the office would be a way for leadership to exert control over the workforce. It sends a very clear message. We're in charge and you'll do what we say. Now, I get it and I'm pro-capitalism, but this top-down approach is the opposite of what tech companies today need. People thrive when they feel trusted and empowered and flexible, not when they're micromanaged back into a cubicle. So let's not forget the environmental impact of the decision. Encouraging remote work has helped reduce carbon footprint by cutting down on commutes. Forcing employees back into the office 5 days a week means more cars on the road, more energy usage in office buildings, and a bigger environmental toll. In a world that's becoming more eco-conscious, this feels like a step backwards for a company as large as Amazon. For the employees who are expected to return, the logistics are tough too. Not everyone lives close to Amazon office, and commuting 5 days a week is a huge burden, especially for those with families or other responsibilities. The flexibility that remote work offered has been a game changer for many, and taking that away feels like a betrayal to a lot of the employees. It's as if Amazon is saying, we don't care about your personal life, get back to work our way. So lastly, let's talk about the bigger bigger picture. What Amazon is doing could set a dangerous precedent. Other companies might look at this and think, well, if Amazon is doing it, maybe we should too. But the truth is, this type of rigid return to office policy doesn't align with the future of work. The future is flexible, it's remote, and it's built on trust. If Amazon can't see that, they might end up losing more than just a few employees. They might lose their competitive edge. And if you don't believe me, just look at how well Alexa's going. So what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I love having a healthy discussion, even if you disagree with me. So leave a comment down below and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Here at Starter Pack, we love to train software developers in our coding boot camps and build custom software solutions for companies. So if you need help, reach out because we'd love to help. Check out starterpack.com/Spencer today.